Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Monstabear server. I am Tegorso, and Garen is off enchanting, doing necessary evils, trying to make sure that we have all the things we need. Oh, hey guy. That was interesting. Yes, we need some unbreaking books, so that is what Garen is working on. I am off in a cave somewhere. Actually, I believe this is a cave that I found via one of my mine shafts. I remember this mine shaft right here, or actually one of my strip mine branches is what I wanted to say. I remember this mine shaft here. I don't remember if I explored it or not. I found it during a what's it called? A live stream. That's what it is. It's called a live stream. And I wanted to come back and I wanted to investigate it a little bit, but it looks like I've sort of been through it. But there is some yummy looking cave going on around here. So we are doing a little bit of caving today. So this should be fun and exciting and not full of death, hopefully. In fact, caving is actually, it started off as one of the things I probably liked doing the least in Minecraft, to be honest. And then once I got a little bit more practice, I sort of learned that caving is not really something that I need to be scared of. Once I learned how to play the game better and, I got better at the game, I wasn't afraid of lava anymore. I've learned to respect lava. There is a lot of lapis going on around here. Oh! Hey, guy. Yeah, you did. So that's what we're doing today. We're just having some fun, relaxing, kicking it, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Hopefully there will be no guys who want to make trouble. But yeah, so we're just gonna have fun and we're gonna talk about a couple different things today. I've got some opinions. Everybody knows that Tig's got opinions, and yeah, and don't worry, it's nothing too bad or too ranty, so you guys don't have to worry about it too much. That is looking back there. So let's see. Oh, exciting space news. It looks like there is some new evidence that there actually might be, get this, life in our solar system. And I actually thought that this was actually kind of cool. And I've always sort of thought this, besides us, geez, bears. I've always sort of thought that there was the potential for life. And I've talked about it in an episode before where I think that people's definition of what life is far too narrow. I believe that life can probably come in so many different ways that we're looking for our flavor of life, and we might miss something else. So there is, there's nothing up there, nothing special. There is a possibility that I could die from gravel. Yeah. I find that funny too. Everything is made of DNA, but yet nothing really looks like us at all. But I digress. But based on some new evidence, oh man, I didn't want to do that. I hate it when I have a silk touch and I silk touch things like smooth stone. It really bothers me. But anyways, the moon of Titan, or the moon Titan, which is a moon of Saturn, actually has, and I think they've been talking about this for a pretty long time. a lot of water. And I have been here. You know what? I don't want to go this way then. Bears bust down his Ermagirds. But anyways, so it could actually support life underneath its frozen surface. Because it does appear that it's liquid water. And scientists are pretty sure that, you know, where you find liquid water, you find life. So I think that that's pretty cool. I would actually really like to be able to find, you know, some sort of life. Could you imagine if we discovered that there were like gigantic, really like weird looking like whales on Titan? That would be so cool. But I don't know. I doubt we'll find anything cool like that. In fact, it might just be a whole lot of some space whales, a little space Moby Dick going on in here. But I would really like to find out. Honestly, I really wish that we invested more in space and science. Because what if there are freaking space whales out there and we're missing out? We need to get us some space whales. Not to like kill them or anything, but you know, like to like, I don't know, maybe they like to party. Maybe we could teach them how to like brew beer, and they'll be awesome at it. That might be a thing. So either way, or they could just destroy us all with their advanced whale lasers. Hey, anything is possible. But I thought that was pretty cool. Because I really hope that we do find life. Because I believe that there is life out there. I really, really do. I mean, statistically, there has to be. I mean, it's impossible. I mean, the universe is infinite. There has to be life out there. But I don't believe that it's going to be like anything that we think it to be like. I think science fiction has a better idea of what aliens could possibly look like than most people do. So, yeah, that's just what I think about that. And this was an interesting little tidbit that I read. Yes, fortune. Whoa. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Fortune 2 is okay. We're not exactly in a position to be picky here. I got a frog in my throat today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna want to. Sorry, water source. You have to go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I caught this frog. He must have jumped in my throat when I was sleeping. I don't know. Maybe weirder things have happened, right? What? I don't even. All right, let's get some. Yeah, well, it is our channel after all. Hey, mobbies. All right. So, I read this interesting article about why Intel can't kill x86. And I thought I read that headline and I thought to myself, well, why would they? And it wasn't really about how Intel wants to kill x86, which is the architecture that most PCs use. But it got me thinking that, you know, they really can't. Like, we are so into x86 that I don't really think that we could very quickly or very easily switch to something else. And this is sort of like an interesting thing that thought that was brought up when we were talking about the Raspberry Pi a little while ago, because the Raspberry Pi runs on an ARM processor, which is a different instruction set. So, oh, what are you? Why are you broken? My textures, man. My textures are all out of whack. I don't know what the heck's going on. Alright, here we go. Here's some more dark space. Alright, the main chasm. Let's head up here. We'll get that stuff later. So, I mean, ARM probably presents the best chance that any company has of defeating the ubiquitous x86 instruction set. And like I said, x86 is old. It is really old. I don't know if most of you have, but I would hope that most of you guys have heard of Intel processors, the 386, the 486. Those were processors that were around during the 80s. They were one of the very first sort of mainstream popular processors for the average person, like a consumer, like you, me, or better yet, your parents, back in the day. Here's some good stuff. Hey, Skelly. So they were so popular and their instruction set was so good, it became, they've sort of just kept it, and they've been using and expanding on. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. But they have been using and expanding on the same architecture that those processors used for a very long time. That's why it's x86 from the 386, 486 line of instructions. So, I'm sorry I'm getting all techno-babbly on you, but the reason why it's so important is because most programs... Screw you guys, I don't want to play with you anymore. Most programs need to know what instructions are going to be they're able to execute in order to run. So if you suddenly change up the instructions, like if suddenly left is down and right is enter, and something crazy like that, the program's not going to know what the heck to do. So that's kind of like a basic reason as why ARM stuff doesn't run on a general PC, and etc. etc. I'm getting too techno-y for most people probably, but basically we can't get away from x86. I think even if we wanted to, which I don't think Intel does, because the x86 architecture really, really works well, and we have so many applications built on it that I'm not really sure that we want to, because I don't really see a benefit. But it was sort of interesting to think of, well, it has a strange parallel in sort of our world today, and that's gold. Well, there are some benefits, but you lose a lot more than you gain. That's for sure. Yeah, you lose a lot more than you gain. But I do not want to jump down there. But there is a parallel. It's electric versus gasoline cars. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like, that's kind of like the perfect sort of parallel. There are some cars, gasoline cars, that do a really good job. They can be small, commuter-y types. They're good on gas. They just work. We know how they work. We can go to a gas station. All the gas stations support, that engine, and it's good. It's very, very good. It's tried and tested. It's been around for a long time. So why do we want to switch to anything else? Well, there are some environmental benefits, but it's sort of the reason why the electric cars haven't been adopted, is because you do get some benefits from switching over from gas to electricity. But you lose a lot in the process. You lose distance, you lose fill-up time. I mean, it's not as flexible as having an internal combustion engine. And I just thought that was so interesting. Was that trying to kill me just now? Freaking gravel. Hate gravel. So I just wanted to sort of bring that up because I found that fascinating that, it's x86 is like the old, car combustion engine. It's tried, it's true, it's tested, and we don't want to move away from it because we're scared of change. All right, diamonds. Love diamonds. I actually found out that the other day when I went caving, I actually don't really need diamonds. We actually have quite a few, but I am more than welcome to find, or I'm more than happy to find more. So let's just dig around here, find out where all these bad boys are. Make sure we get them all. Yeah. I guess that is true, but it hasn't been popular like it has been for very long. Yeah, it's still young in the tooth, I think, from an adoption standpoint. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Alright. Gotta remember, silk touch the right stuff. Break the right stuff. So yeah, so it'll be interesting. I mean, I think that maybe there will be a day when we move away from x86 where we're able to develop a processor with an instruction set that is better than x86 and can provide us, good performance, good, power performance. It doesn't hog a lot of power and stuff like that. Just like I think it's going to happen with electric cars. I wholly believe that one day we will all be driving electric cars, that we will no longer need to stop at the gas station. We'll stop at a recharging station. And, hopefully, maybe if they can get superconductors working, maybe we'll all drive superconducting cars, and maybe we can eliminate the need to stop altogether. We can just have sort of like a monorail system where you just drive on the road and the road powers you. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Let's see, I think there's some more that I haven't explored down here. Yeah. All right, let's start here. So that's something interesting, and I like that people are taking risks. Just like how there are companies who need light, power efficient processors that are going, mobile. Wow, I almost walked right past that diamond. Are you the only one? Oh no, you have a brother. Means there's more around here. You gotta find them. Oh, maybe it was just two. Well, that's disappointing. So, who knows what the future holds. And that's and I've sort of been thinking, because, like I said in an episode earlier, that I'm currently looking for a job. And I'm looking for something in computers. And I've been thinking a lot about why do I want to work in computing technology? This is a question that employers have been asking me, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. And I love the fact that it changes. I think that's one of the things that I love the most about this technology, is that I can open up my web browser and I can navigate to my favorite blog, and I can read about new stuff, awesome new stuff that's been discovered, that is coming, that's being developed, innovations that are being made, and so many other cool and awesome things that are going on. And it excites me. I mean, it's fun. So I think that's why I like this stuff, because I want the future to be here. I'm ready for the future. I mean, you can argue that we live in the future now. But I think that there's still some stuff, you know, like those sort of cliche things. I need to get rid of a lot of this junk. Spider eyes. Oh, too bad I destroyed that lava. All right, let's get rid of it. Spider silk, bones, dirt. All right, that's good. No, stay away. You know, like flying cars is one of them. I don't ever really think the flying cars would really be able to work. But like, you know, maybe like teleportation or something like that. There's actually this theory. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Giran hates teleportation because he says that you die. I think, is that what it was? You die and then you're replaced with just a clone or something like that. I can see where he's coming from. So, but you know, like teleportation of like things, not necessarily people. But there's this theory called quantum entanglement that was actually Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll have to talk about that another time because I don't really remember the details of that. But there's this theory called quantum entanglement, and it's like two particles can affect each other or be like synced, sort of, over great distances. Oh, geez, that bear. But anyways, I guess they tried it out in a lab, and they were actually able to get two particles to vibrate, or their quarks to spin in the same way by affecting one that was a very, very long ways away. So, in effect, yeah, spin. That's what it is. That's what I want to say. They're spin. So they were able to literally teleport data, you know, a couple of thousand, you know, miles in, you know, instantly. So I may be remembering it quite wrong, but that's about the gist of it. Yeah, no, but you know, maybe that's how the internet will be in the future. Maybe we won't have to download things. Maybe it'll just be there. That would be pretty cool. And then, you know, there's sort of like that idea, like the PlayStation 9 and stuff, where it just like beams it into your brain. That'd be pretty cool. Oculus Rift is coming. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it and you don't know what I'm talking about, Google PlayStation 9. It was a commercial that they did several years ago, and it was pretty cool. I'm gonna take that gold. Thank you very much. I think it was in the PS2 days. I think it's actually pretty old. Oh man, this is a dead end. All right, let's keep going here. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But maybe, you know, something like that. And the probably the coolest thing is that, like, you know, we could dream of that stuff, but we could also make it a reality. We can make our dreams come true. That's so cliche, but you guys get what I'm saying. So, and Aki Ross. Oh my gosh, haven't heard of that name in quite a while. Maybe, you know, that Quantic Dream stuff, or Quantum Dream, the technology that they showed off with the PS4. Who knows? Maybe we will have our own live Aki Ross to play in movies as a digital actress. So who knows? Sounds pretty cool. Movies? Oh, well, movies, games, it's all the same. Oh, Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. In fact, I think I remember reading something about how researchers were working on that. Being able to record your dreams. No, just your dreams. Yeah, we'll probably find out that most of the dreams are sex dreams, but they're working on recording dreams. That's cool. I guess I saw a movie about that once. Oh yeah, wait. That was Final Fantasy Spirits Within. But in other sort of hardware news, I actually just read just before I started doing this that Valve is actually yay, more diamonds. Yes. That Valve is actually going to be sending out play testing hardware. And I remember that I talked to you guys about a beta for Steam hardware a while ago. It was a few weeks back. And it turns out that it's now not just a controller. It would actually be a Steam box. A prototype version. And they're going to be sending them out to playtesters, and they're going to be finding out what people think. So I am actually super excited about that because I am ready. I'm ready for the future of, gaming to sort of be here and to sort of welcome me back into the fold. I sort of feel as I get older that I'm really not the target demographic for games anymore. I don't feel like a lot of games really call to me, Exactly. And I want it to sort of be, not just to focus on kids. I want the market to open up. But I'm also ready for new delivery platforms and digital and things like that, because actually I was having a craving for a little bit of just a hack 'em up, slash 'em game, and I saw the Angry Joe review of Metal Gear Rising, which is the newest Metal Gear game from Kojima and Platinum Games. And it looked like fun. And I was like, hey, you know what? I want to play just a fun little hack 'em up, slash 'em up game and, have a great old time. So I was like, well, I have a 360. Why don't I just rent a 360 game? That would be cool, right? Oh, boy, was I ever wrong. So I tried hunting down a copy to rent. So first thing I figured I'd do is I'd check Redbox, right? Redbox isn't getting it, at least in my area. It's not listed on any of the current. You get out of here. It's not listed on any of the current lists or any of the upcoming lists at all. So I was like, bummer. And then I thought to myself, wait, where the hell am I supposed to rent a game from? Because I'm not a console gamer, so I was sort of at a loss. And I was like, okay, well, think back to when I was a kid. There's Blockbuster. Okay, Blockbuster's pretty much gone out of business. So they're not renting games anymore. The one that used to be near us closed. There is one that has it, but I'm not driving 45 miles to get it. I mean, if I happen to... No, I'm just not going to rent it. I was trying to say, well, if I'm there this weekend, maybe, but no. I'd have to return it before I'd ever go back there, and I'd end up having $7,000 in late fees. I might have well just bought the game. So that was out of the question. And then I was like, well, what else is there? And the answer was nothing. No, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating hardcore, actually. But it feels like $7,000. But it's there was really no option. Unless I'm going to, sign up for $25 a month on GameFly and, you know, wait for them to ship it to me. I actually tried GameFly once and I hated it because, you know, I just wanted like you know, the one game a month, right? And I tried it for the free month and stuff, and it was, I was like, I got a game and I didn't really like it, so I was like, well, I'll just send it back, right? Well, by the time it got to me, I figured out that I didn't like the game and sent it back. I was able to just get one other game, and then before I even had a chance to play it, my month was up. And I was like, this sucks. It takes way too long for them to get games to you. I mean, like Netflix, I mean, when my parents had Netflix, even back in the day, Netflix, I mean, that stuff was there like pronto. Like, it was overnighted to you. But GameFly? Takes forever. So, like, that's out of the question. Mostly because I didn't want to wait. And I'm not going to pay that much money. So, I was really left with nothing. And I'm not going to buy the game because I just want to play it for a little while. And I'm not going to, you know, go buy it and then trade it in and, you know, get store credit. That doesn't really work in my favor because I've had store credit, like, it's a little bit, but I've had, like, GameStop store credit for, like, ages, years. I've had that money sitting on my account, and I've just never used it because I don't buy games. So, yeah, I don't get to play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and I'm a little bit bummed. Actually, that would actually be one of those games where I would just like love to stream it if we had that capability. And because when it first came out, I saw Man vs. Game on Twitch playing it, and it looked like so much fun. I didn't really watch him for all that long, but I was like, yeah, that looks like something I'd love to play right now. Just, you know, slash them up, beat them, kick everybody's butt sort of game. Alright, let's see. Is there a dark place that I could... Ooh, here's some gold. But yeah, so, c'est la vie. That's life. And, you know, maybe one day things will be a little bit better. Well, no, we eat foo-foo French sandwiches according to pigeons, so why not start saying foo-foo French sayings? Makes sense, right? Oh, man. Mouse is all over the place. Where am I? There it is. Oh, jeez. Dat bear. Alright, let's see. Here's some good caves back here. Alright. But yeah, so... I mean, it hardly ever comes a time when I actually find a game, especially on a console, that I actually like. I was sort of like, yeah, alright, finally, a use for my console. I mean, I've had this thing for like 2 years, and how many games do I have? Like, none. What is this? Power 1? Skeleton must have dropped that. Interesting. But I was like, alright, finally, a game on console I want to play, and it's like, yeah, can't get it. Would figure, right? But we do have the Tales of Vesperia, which is an awesome, awesome game. I really do love the Tales series. In fact, I'm actually gonna probably, when I have some money, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, if we can get a capture card, we're definitely gonna stream that. But you know, by that time, yeah, it can't be a crappy one. Actually, we priced it out. It would be about $180 to get the one that we would really need. But we want to do it. We want to do it right, and we don't want you guys to have to watch, like, you know, 320p streams. So we were looking at the black magic cards, and I found it online, the one that we could use for like $180 or so. Yeah, we are pretty picky about that stuff. Oh, that bear. That's why we work really hard to, do our videos in 1080p for you guys. And, our very, very first video was 720p. I know. You're the bear. Everybody expects you to do that. Because bears are raw. And we would like you guys to have something, that's pretty, that's fun to watch, that you can blow up and sit around and enjoy us with without having lots of pixelage and whatnot. Ooh, a new part of the mine shaft. Cool. I eventually want to get a PlayStation 3 to get the newer Tales games. Alright, a Silk Touch book. Finally. I need one of those. But I'll probably just try and do a Silk Touch pick rather than a book. Bear's gonna keep it for himself. But yeah, so the Tales series is actually one of the one game series that I actually would buy an entire console for. It's sort of ridiculous. Like, if I'm going to buy a console, it's usually just because of one game. I mean, honestly. You get Nintendo, you get Zelda, and it used to be Final Fantasy for the PlayStation. But now, I like the RPGs that take a really, really long time to beat. And let's see, where's that hole that I came out of? I want to go back up there. I think it was it here? No. Bummer sauce. No, it was around here. Well, let's go this way. We're almost done anyways. But yeah, so we do want to do the streaming stuff, and I would get the PS3 for the Tales of Graces and Tales of Xillia, and Tales of Xillia 2 when it actually comes to the US. So those games, I feel, are good enough to warrant an actual buy of a console, an entire console. So usually I at least wait for the killer app, and then I usually pick the console up pretty cheap. So I'm hoping to do that with a PlayStation 3. Once the PlayStation 4 comes out, I'm really hoping I'll be able to pick up a Xillia is coming. It's coming soon. But I'm hoping to pick up a nice backwards compatible PlayStation 3. It's got to be backwards compatible. I won't be able to live without backwards compatibility. And then, maybe if the price ever drops down really low and there's actually some good games, maybe I will eventually get a PS4, but I wouldn't count on it. So far from what I've seen, unless they start offering some really good streaming stuff, then I might reconsider. But for right now, what I've heard, still not a buy for me. But they still have time to win me over. So, with that said, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me and Gieran by proxy while he's at the Ender. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. That is a good question. I do sort of get announcer voicey at the end. Oh, dead end. Alright, perfect timing. Alright, guys. Well, we will see you next time. Oh, take care.